I would think more of a demon type stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, according to that, you know.
Well, this next thing I found out, that I just read this. Somebody had asked this guy if there was scientific evidence. This guy's response was, "There is scientific evidence shadow people aren't real." And I explore that in his book that I wrote, I guess. The behavior of shadow people doesn't correspond to any laws of physics. They can be explained away through there's one of the big words. I don't know. And experiments that have been conducted on epileptic patients. However, the vast amounts of first-hand accounts where these entities have left physical evidence such as broken glass, misplaced objects, pain when touched, makes me certain that these entities do exist. Science just hasn't caught up with them. Now, I like that. It's true. Science hasn't caught up with a lot of things yet.
Yeah. So, our question to everybody, of course, you can join Jeff in the chat room, and Jeff will tell you how to get to the chat room on this. If you have any, don't want to talk on the radio or anything, you can join us in the chat room. And Jeff, tell them how to get to the chat room.
Yep, they can go to www.blogtalkradio.com. In the upper left-hand corner, under Live, search for Tapping. That should bring you right to the chat room.
And then if you want to talk on the radio, you can call 917-889-3239. We'll take calls on this subject. You can tell us whatever you know. But if you don't want to go on the radio, go to the chat room, and Jeff will read your question on air. And we'll try to answer it. Or if you have a comment or something, just go to the chat room. And he's there by himself, probably.
Yep. So far, nobody's come in, as usual.
Yeah.
One of these days, we'll be overwhelmed in the chat room.
Oh, it's one of these days we have so much that we can't handle.
Oh, no doubt. I've got another thing.
I had a website that I used to go to that had all these shadow people and shadows and stuff like that, and I can't find it no more. That's bad.
I've got one here. It's in one of their discussions rooms. Somebody wrote in about shadow people, and I'll read that, and then I'll read I guess the administrator wrote something back to the lady, so I think it's a lady. I don't know. It may not be. I don't know. It don't say. It says, "Hi. So for the record, I'm kind of new to this topic, and I'm rather skeptical about the whole ghost thingy. But lately, the shadow people experience got a little out of control, and I'm starting to think that I'm going insane." Oh, don't we all? Oh. It all started maybe a week ago. I was sitting on a windowsill, as I always do, just listening to music and watching cars passing by on the street. I felt weird, like someone was watching me. It wasn't scary, though. I just felt a little uncomfortable, just as always if someone's staring at me. I turned my head, and in a split second, I saw a man, I guess, black jeans, black hoodie, and then he was gone. It happened 2 or 3 times that evening, but I thought nothing of it. Just my imagination, perhaps. Next evening, same thing. Well, almost the same, because instead of a black figure, I see a woman, and I'm certain of it, wearing white jeans, white hoodie, and then she was gone. Again, I forgot about it for a next few days. But yesterday got me to thinking as I was walking in the forest. Just wanted to be alone, out of sight, and as I walking, the white figure ran past me. I only managed to see it in the last seconds before it vanished. I started wondering if this is really just my imagination or something else. Any ideas? What are they, and who are they, and what do they want from me? I have never seen them before until now. Administrator wrote back, although you didn't mention your age, it is not really necessary. It is interesting that you only just started seeing these things. Some people are psychic in waves. I had 3 such periods. First one as a toddler, astral projection, recall former life. The second was in puberty, a poltergeist, and then the last one during my 20s. It was the last one that I began to see and sense other people watching me. You might be hitting a phase of psychic awareness, maybe even for the first time. Every person is different. They may not want anything from you. These other beings may have always been around you, but you hadn't been able to see them until you entered one of these phases. Or it is likely shadow beings and ghosts can sense your psychic energy and are attracted to it like moths to flame. From our database developed in the official Shadow People archives, I've noticed that some people start seeing, particularly shadow people, when the person or family is undergoing some stressful events, divorce, alcohol or drug abuse, especially family discord, or even catalysts for sighting of the more menacing, threatening identities. This is not always the case, but it does seem that some kind of, oh God, another couple of big words, erroneous physiological change on the part of the witness has occurred that leads to opening these psychic events. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Being of transparent darkness. Odds are you've seen, and this time there really could be cause for worry. Bed death, or technically known as sudden unexpected nocturnal death syndrome, has been linked to sleep paralysis and sightings of shadow people. Often, victims report being paralyzed in their beds while a shadowy figure strangles them. Death occurs when the mind honestly believes the body is being choked. It's like a deadly hallucination. But shadow people aren't just witnessed during sleep paralysis. They are seen all over at any time, even during the day. So now you know that shadow people are lethal, dangerous, and could be watching you sleep tonight. Now,
Hey, like that.
Hey, works for me.
Works for you. Now this video goes for 25 minutes. Talking about shadow people.
now, I'll share with you 5 real shadow people sightings and encounters. Beware, shadows still come in light.
Of course, everybody wants to go to YouTube, look up shadow people. I found
I
a bunch
know.
of them. Talking about shadow
Oh yeah, I found all kinds of pictures. Pictures, not pickers.
Pickers? What are they picking?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But yeah, we doing. Now, would you describe shadow people different than just seeing shadows on the wall?
Oh yeah. You can tell the difference between a real shadow that's just a shadow on the wall of somebody walking outside
I'm talking about, this is my question is, or what I was trying to get out on the radio and stuff, is, yeah, you see shadows that just move through when you're doing an investigation. You see a shadow walk through and kind of block out the light. Do you call that just shadows, or do you call them shadow people? Even though there's nothing there, there's not, I mean, it's a distance that you see through. I already know the answer, but this topic is the shadow that you normally just see, a shadow that maybe on the doorway or move across the wall, stuff like. Do you call those shadow people, or do you call that something else? Because shadow people is more, they're more formed than just the shadow.
Yeah.
Am I right?
The one thing that I'm thinking is, through my standpoint as an investigator, if we catch the shadow on camera, it's a shadow. But because most likely we do not catch shadow people on camera.
Or do you?
Well, so far no, not to my knowledge.
Yeah,
we haven't caught.
But if you caught a shadow on the camera, and there's nothing there to catch it, nothing there to make this shadow, is the shadow really a shadow, or is it just a shadow? Is it a shadow person?
Wow, that's a hard question. Yeah. Because I see the shadow people even when we got the cameras out, but we don't catch them on the camera. But I've seen times we caught a shadow on the camera, but I didn't see a shadow person. That kind of...
Well, or is it though? Or is it the shadow person you did see? That, I mean, that's the question. Is the shadow?
That's what I'm trying to decide. I guess it would be a shadow person. Because the camera, it did catch a shadow.
Right. But other people describe the shadow, the people as a whole, not a shadow.
Wow.
Got me?
Oh, okay.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
A shadow is a see-through on the wall. A shadow person is a dark entity that is whole.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, are they the same?
No.
Is that shadow person that may be in the room that you didn't see casting a shadow on the wall?
Oh my God, you stumped me.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. Hey, that's my job, though.
It could be.
My job is to ask you the difficulty questions, and I want answers.
Yeah, in a way, yes, it could be.
Okay.
I can see the point on that now.
Now that's why the discussion is shadow people the same as shadows that you see on the wall. But you didn't see the shadow person. Is it the shadow person actually projecting
causing
the shadow? Because there's nothing there to make the shadow. So are they the same? Don't know.
Don't know. There is no actual proof.
Well, I mean, some people may know that. Some people already may know the answer.
Well, yeah, they may.
Well, that's why we have these discussions on radios. Maybe somebody will come in and tell us. Some people don't know that. Some people know the answer. Some people don't know the answer. And I thought you knew the answer, but apparently I got you stumped.
Yeah, because I was thinking of it one way.
Well, yeah, no, but you got to think
I didn't think about it the other way.
You can't just think of it one way. You can't think of it one way. You got to think of the whole.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh.